unique, growing freely, no ceiling, no roof.
The International Festival of Arts and Ideas is created and produced on the traditional lands of the Mohegan, Mashantucket Pequot, Eastern Pequot, Schaghticoke, Golden Hill Paugussett, Niantic, and the Quinnipiac, in the land we all call home, Connecticut. We hope that from wherever you are, you take a moment to acknowledge and honor the native people whose land you are on and the history of the place you are in.
The International Festival of Arts and Ideas stands in solidarity with Black and Brown communities and other groups who are targeted and abused by unjust systems of oppression. We support all movements working to decenter white voices and dismantle white supremacy. We are actively seeking to dismantle systemic racism, and we raise our voices with those in our community who are already engaged in this vital work. We commit to working alongside you to create transformative change in New Haven and in our global community.
To Open Mic Night at the 26th Annual International Festival of Arts and Ideas. And like these nights all over the country, first thing we're going to do is put our hands together for the DJ. Right? DJ is killing it. He's going to keep on going. My name is Alita, and I am very, very excited to be here this evening. This is one of the most fun places I've ever had to work. And now that I'm not working here, I miss it so much. This can be seen as storytelling, it can be seen as poetry, it can be seen as rap. You see it the way you want to see it. Because these gentlemen and ladies up here are just amazing at getting their point across. Sometimes it's a story. Sometimes it's a commentary. Stay with us, okay? So I'm thrilled to see so many people be able to come live out to New Haven Green and downtown New Haven with the International Festival of Arts and Ideas. And it would not be possible, this event or any of the events would not be possible without you and the hard work, dedication, sacrifices, and commitment of everyone in our community, especially those of you who show up. Now, there are other people showing up in a different way because all the free events are live streamed. Okay? So take the time, if you have anybody at home that would love to see this, call them up, email them, message them, let them know what's happening. Why am I saying it's right here? The pandemic is still not over, so I'm also thrilled that the festival is broadcasting the event, and so many more online. Everyone can be a part of the festival. So there's some wonderful friends here tonight. Hello, and Bruce Cameron. Hello, and welcome to everybody who is at home watching. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for turning that screen on. We want to thank all of the great corporate and local business partners, our friends at the National Endowment for the Arts, State Office of the Arts, the City of New Haven, the Community Foundation for Greater New Haven, Connecticut Humanities, Connecticut Public, and philanthropists and donors from every corner of New Haven and around the world. They deserve an applause. Let's say thank you. So we also want to thank Denise, the woman who helped me get on the stage. before I hand the mic over to this evening's host, who is a wonderful, oh my God, he's so talented, wonderful poet, storyteller, word expert, and we want to just thank Denise, who's managing this area, and all, there she is. And of course, all of the people who are making these events possible. Audience services walking around in red shirts. You might see people, other people walking around in color coordinated shirts. Make sure that we're nice to them. Make sure that we appreciate the amount of time that they spend out here, because it's hot. All right. Thank you for making a world-class festival right here in New Haven and offering it free of cost. Now, it is my great pleasure to introduce tonight's MC, my friend, Influence.
What's up, people? How y'all doing? We are going to have a good time tonight, so understand something about spoken word poetry. It's all about energy. The energy that you give us is the energy that you go and give back. So I go by the name of Influence, Sharmont Little. I am the National Grand Slam champion. I'm from right here in New Haven, Connecticut. I am also the CEO of Influence Life LLC, which is a entertainment education-based business where I teach social skills, coping skills, and conflict resolution through the art of poetry, as well as a whole bunch of other things. So you can check me out on influencerlife.com and a whole bunch of other. My Instagram is Influencer and my Facebook is Sharmont Little. I'll be here for the next hour and a half, 2 hours. Talk to me. I don't bite, even though I look like I do. So, y'all ready for some poetry? So how many of you know what a chant sounds like? You know, I mean a call and response. Let's say that. Who knows what a call and response is? Raise your hand. All right. So when I say art, you say ideas, okay? Art! Ideas! Art! Ideas! Art! Ideas! I'm trying to think of the first line of my poem. It happened.
Art, idea. Come on, do it.
Which one am I going to do? When you have a daughter, braiding hair isn't just braiding hair. It's a process. Wash. Keep her thoughts clean to help break up the danger of the world. Condition. To recondition her roots so she realizes she's not a black, broken, brittle piece of herself. Blow dry. Medium to low heat. Protect the history of her roots. Seal in your lessons. You see, this is a process. Because these lion relaxers will rip up from her culture like native tongues are ripped from her mouth. When men have daughters, we hear, you're going to reap what you sow. I mean, what goes around comes around. So I part their hair straight to continue the path of angels sleeping in the nappy-headed roots. Because equality can't be boxed in the box braid. So I grease up with black gospel verses, putting the Holy Ghost in my combs. Because ethnic groups are blessed with trials and tribulations. Like when counselors told my daughter she can only choose community colleges. But universities showed her the money with full-fledged educational scholarships. Braiding hair isn't just braiding hair. Style it with a spiritual connection, a beautiful three-strand trinity. Father, daughter, holy bond. Blessed be the shotgun for the prom dates. This ain't just braiding hair, so I braid underhanded to hide my fears of black girl magic. Because black girls are vanishing just like black boys. They go missing like barrettes. When a Tamir Rice gets shot, everyone forgets about Rakia Boyd, Ayanna Jones, Sandra Bland. These women have fathers like me that were going to Walmart to grab period pillows, rags, sanitary napkins, tampons, and dare somebody to say something. They can catch these shea butter anointed hands. See, this is more than just braids and ponytails. These are open conversations. conversations like, Daddy, why can't I date him? Didn't you sell drugs? Like, Daddy, I think she wants to take me to the dance. This is more than just braiding hair. This is therapy. This is baby. I put the drugs away a long time ago, but you're the only potent substance I wanted to handle. It's baby. You can choose whoever you want. Just remember that Daddy loves you. Because, baby girl, your path won't be easy. You can't be tender-headed. You got to be able to handle any style. Because this world will twist and lock you up and bait you into knots. This ain't about braiding your hair. It's about quality time. Ending daddy issues. Being your shoulder, but you not needing it. Unapologetically independent. It's showing unconditional love when this world gives you conditions. So even when my hands cramp, I will wash, dry, pause, grease, twist, and braid my life around yours. Because it's always been about loving you. And never been about braiding your hair. So that same love and energy that y'all just gave me right there, I appreciate it so much. And oh, let me not forget to all the men out there, if you are a father, thank you very much. Happy Father's Day to you. We are needed. Regardless of what most society says, we are needed, we are valuable. I thank you for standing up and being a father to your children. So, that being said, coming up first to the mic, y'all show her the same love you gave me. It's her first time. Y'all give it up for Bianca.
How you guys doing tonight? Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. This one is called A Father's Purpose. Everybody desires a parent's love. A father over a mother, rather because moms are always number one. A father's love can take his little girl through life until it's time for the father's purpose to be recognized. And he's proud of his legacy that he knew was his father's purpose. For the orphans that was, and like myself, we've always had a father with a purpose this whole time. Better than ice cream and sprinkles, a father's purpose is strengthening, tough love, guidance, and respect for his planted seed. A father's purpose is wisdom, unknown until that car note is due. Thank you, Lord, for my father and his purpose. His words has guided me into perfection to the best of my ability. So with my eyes closed, I walk by faith and not by sight into my father's purpose. Thanks for listening.
Listen, I'm getting old, so if I forget my paper and you see me run back, please don't laugh at me. I'm getting old. All right, let's see if the energy's still here. Arts! Oh man, y'all late. Got the mic, y'all late. Arts! There you go. All right. So next coming up to the mic is another open micer. She is also a poet laureate. Please give a warm welcome to Kathy White.
Thank you so very much. I'm so happy to be here. You had a choice. I'm glad you chose to be here. You know, I was thinking a lot about choices a lot lately, and you know, when we get up in the morning, we have a choice. And we have a choice on how we will shape the world. So I have two poems for you. One is about choosing to be me, and one is about choosing to be cool and comfort. The first one is about fire. I'll get the meanness over first, okay? This poem was part of a national poetry project for poet laureates that I performed. It's called Blowing Red. You know a girl like her, don't you? A girl who can blow red. I'm not talking about a legendary woman who could blow fire from her lips, give you a nice body burn and say, "Oh, sorry, did I hurt you?" No, that fiery, feisty female would be too easy to spot. too common a cautionary tale. No, I'm talking about a pressure gradient changing swiftly over a long distance, a long straight line burst, the weatherman's term that precedes the warning, seek shelter. I'm talking about a woman so adept at blowing tiny red puffs that land as softly as a cotton cloud on your skin. At first the warm sensation, a comfort, a silent musing, imperceptible as a baby mosquito's sting. Then she begins to slowly glow red, and the unexpected damage occurs. Intermittent puffs now turn into a steady glow torch. You start to hurt, but you learn to dance in the fiery rain. You dance in and around and through the sparks as they come faster now. It feels like molten lava pulling you away. You try to look up, but your eyes are soaked with blood from your exploding heart. Then comes fire, a side effect of the oxygen when she blew red. You weren't wearing a self-contained breathing apparatus. You inhaled the red wind. You ignite. Every cell of your being is gone. This is the kind of woman I like to be. I like to be cool, comforting, transporting water. This is a poem that I wrote in a workshop here. Wonderful workshops that I've taken here. I'm so blessed and privileged. It's called Water. Oh, sweet children, let me carry your wounds in my current and bring them down deep. Bundle them up and bury them into where the black water lives. Let me carry you safely down. Oh, sweet young woman, let me wash your wounds and scars from the toil of your labor. Your tears like the salty sea, willingly washed away by me. Let me carry you softly down. Oh, sweet young men, I pray you will return from a drive downtown. I pray no bullets, bigots, and big men find you. Like my rushing streams, let me carry you safely down. Oh, sweet mother, you have two faces. Like my waves, you angrily roar, then quietly retreat as you lay your son to rest. Let me carry you softly down, 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 down into a sea of enhanced humanity. Down to where tears are washed away, down into streams of rushing kindness, riding the waves of change, down into the water. I run the Clinton, Connecticut Poet Laureate page. You're all welcome to join and follow other poets. You're welcome to post your poems there. Clinton Poet Laureate page on Facebook. Thank you.
Y'all gonna find out tonight that y'all part of this show, and I'd like a chance. So the next one we're gonna do is I'm gonna say we need, and you gonna say fathers. Okay? Y'all ready for that? Okay. 1, 2, 3. We need fathers. Oh, hold up. What is enthusiasm at? 1, 2, 3. We need fathers. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. We need fathers. We need fathers. So next, come up to the mic. Y'all put y'all hands together for Alan Peterson!
I do a lot of music, so this kind of thing is new for me. But this is a poem I wrote. It's called No One Weeps Like My Father. No one weeps like my father, not when he's sad though, because he's like a Van Gogh. Flowery, layered, and mysterious, and his eyes are like the painter's ocean. So I look at my father's trellis with his flowers purple and stunning, hugging the broken frame on the white shed that he painted. Its foundation is rotting, but his garden is beautiful and subdued, like the butterflies of July that will soon pass through. The colors are all pushing a feeling, and no one weeps like my father. I look at his sailboat, our sailboat, her name is Skua, named after a precious flower. She is trustworthy and miraculously steadfast, like an old friend, and maybe that's why my father picked her out from that man on Long Island. Her sails are gently moving and the lines are pulled taut, and she runs with my father's hands on the lines, or his hands on the tiller, and no one weeps like my father. And I read the Bible, the King James Bible, passages of love and divine humanity, the love so strong that it makes my father emotional. And I pray then for his father, my grandfather, for sometimes he too sheds a tear during his prayers. And I learn to weep at the love so powerful that it never ends. I think about how no one weeps like my father, but no one weeps like his father. And now I sit and watch the stars on a dock in Friendship, Maine, with my sister upon the ocean that our father taught us to love. I dedicate a piece of jagged beach glass to an old love of mine, and I hurl it into the sea. And then I go up to the house and weep myself into a dreamless sleep, but not even I can weep like my father.
Y'all start giving it up right now. Hold on. If I mess up your last name, please don't hurt me. All right. Y'all start giving it up right now for John Galusha. Yeah, I'll give him a couple minutes.
Bit of a setup process.
Yeah, to get things set up. Looks like he's about to get busy for y'all, so he's setting up equipment and everything.
One, two. Here we go. Yeah. So, hey everybody, my name is Galush. That is GALUSH _music if you want to follow me on all the social media and everything. Galush, beatbox. I'm a beatboxer, and beatboxing is one of those amazing art forms that originated in Brooklyn, in the Bronx, in the early 80s. Dougie Fresh was one of the original human beatbox, right? And it was the art form of the urban musicians who didn't have the money for the fancy stuff that I have up here right in front of me. So that is the art form of creating music with nothing but the human voice, the human mouth. I'm going to do a little bit of that with y'all today.
All right.
That's not a woke from a dream. You and me, nothing in between. Fly together like a pair of geese. Puzzle piece. I'm talking up and down. Musicianship is going to happen on this machine in front of me, which lets me layer in my sounds, right? It lets me basically produce a song from scratch right in front of y'all. I have nothing pre-recorded, right? The box is totally empty. There's nothing pre-recorded in here. But I'm gonna make a song with just my voice here. This is my original song. It's called Couch Cushion Pirates.
Couch Cushion Pirates. Yeah.
Music. Thanks so much, everybody. Tell the festival people I'd love to be up there. Maybe a pumping sound system too.
Y'all give it up for John again, please. So y'all give it up. He's also a teacher. He don't know it yet, but he's probably gonna have my daughter next year. So, so y'all give it up for him again, please. So coming up next, it's time for one of our features. So here's the point where we do another chant, right? She created this whole movement, this whole national movement called Poetry Matters. And she took and she combined it and did youth programs with it, created merchandise with it. She has people wearing it all over the state, all over the country. She's mailing it out. She's also an author. She's a powerful young lady, a movement within herself. So when I say poetry, y'all say matters. Poetry! Matters! Poetry! Matters! When I say poetry, y'all say matters. Poetry! Matters! Poetry! Matters! Y'all welcome my little sister, D. Truepoetry!
It's so nice to perform in person. It's been such a long time. How y'all feeling? feeling good? Y'all looking good? After that introduction, like, dang, I was like, I'm gonna talk about this. He did it. It's all good. So I'm gonna read a little bit. I'm gonna recite a little bit. I'm from, well, he didn't say I'm from Waterbury, right? And that's where I started from, and everything else. And I've performed all over the place. I was Beat Poet Laureate from 2018 to 2020, right? And so I have a book. I have copies over there, like he said. I don't know. That's it. Like, my kids are here. I have my oldest daughter over there. She also has some product over there. It's hair products. Definitely check it out. I have my little one who's so well behaved that she's gonna get a treat after. It's her first time seeing me perform. So the first poem I'm gonna do, thank you. The first one I'm gonna do is about my product. It's about the movement. It's about a poem. So it's called a poem. It's also in my book. Can y'all hear me? Yeah. Okay. I'm words waiting to be read, waiting to be said, waiting to be felt. Hair raising, flushed cheeks. I'm that beat that moves your feet. Inspiring senses that speak deep, deep within the lines unsaid, between the crack of a smile, that twinkle in the eye, a hungered soul, that moment untold. I'm nothing more than words unsaid. Recite me, speak me into existence, form sounds that move mountains, inspire masses. Memorize me, so I'm embedded in, etched like tattooed skin. Say me loudly, say me softly. Say me into nothingness, make me into something. I want to be something. I'm that thought sitting in your mind, sound waves so intense, rolls against the tongue, tastes like everlasting tomorrows, resting on fortune-telling lips. I'm the past, present, and future, the moments missed, time spent. I'm possibilities floating in the wind. I'm air flooding your lungs. Exhale me, feel me. Feel me surround you like baptism. I'm water flowing down your face, dripping from your chin. You're glowing, glistening, covered in haikus, smelling like rhymes and metaphors for I love yous, sunk into your pores. I'm in you. Hand to chest, heart racing faster and faster. I'm the breath you catch, that thought you can't forget. Pain like paper cuts, splintered fingertips, write truth. I'm a poem living within all of you. That's that one. Thank you. Breathe a little bit. All right, so we're gonna chant Poetry Matters just to see if y'all awake, all right? So when I say poetry, you say matters. Poetry? Matters. Poetry? Matters. All right now, that sounds nice. Sounds real nice. So this poem is dedicated to my children, right? All right, I love my babies. I have 3, one is missing. I have a middle schooler as well. And I wrote a poem called Superhero. It's one of my favorites. Hope you like. I'm gonna read this one. I'm not gonna say how old I am, but I'm gonna read this one. Let me lower this a little bit. Okay. Superhero. I didn't know I was a superhero until I seen the stars in her eyes, glitter in her face, lighting up the midnight sky, a smile like a warm an iceberg formed in troubled waters. Her speech intensity removed the boulder from my heart, reminding me of love in its purest form. I watched how her chin meets the sun, how her chest leads with pride. I can see it in her stride. She's my kryptonite, but my strength at the same time. I didn't know I was a superhero, but surely she learned it from someone, so I watched, looking a little closer, with no interruptions, no blinking. I even held my breath a little bit. Felt like time stood still, I stood still, only to see the beauty that surrounds her, how the sun rises and sets at her feet, and how the earth curves to cradle her steps. How the wind softly whispers ancestral hymns. Surely she's been here before. But she looks to me with hopeful eyes. I don't see what she sees in me. She embraces me with the sweetness of her aura. I'm her hero, but somehow she saves me daily. I listen to the words she doesn't say, how she leans in closer, how she repeats the same story 3 times and each time waiting for my reaction. I watch her, how my words affect her mood, how her body spoken posture, how she still needs me to complete a task, how being my baby won't last, so I swoop right in and save the day. How time flies and in any stage, kissing boo-boos will always be my superpower. Wiping tears is my specialty, and mending broken hearts is my secret weapon. So no, I may not have a red cape or a lasso of truth. Truth is, I don't even feel super, nor do I feel like a hero. But no matter what, my kids will always see me as Wonder Woman, and this I do know. That's that one. So, with that being said, I don't have a Father's Day poem, right? But shout outs to all the fathers, because you guys don't get enough credit. I'm serious. Like the things, yes, you don't get enough credit, and there is a lot of fathers doing what they have to do for their kids, but the ones that are not are making the ones that are look bad. Just saying. It is true, you know, and it's just like, then you got everybody bad mouthing, but like all bad news, the not so happy notes about Father's Day is going to get around quicker than the ones that are saying, oh, you're such a great father, just like any good news. So shout out to y'all, the good fathers. Okay. All right. I have another poem, and this one is called 4 Seasons of Grief. I've seen leaves change colors, blown in the wind, falling from deep-rooted trees, hearts frozen from Arctic winds, pitch white skies, roaring thunder. I've seen death. I've seen flowers bloom in concrete jungles. I've seen life. I've seen suns rising over troubled waters. I've seen them set, where moons drag the tides behind feet who run past bodies overdosed on poverty. I've seen a lot of things. I've seen love and obsession, wondering if there's a difference. I've struggled with love and obsession, wondering if there's a difference. I fought with nightmares and reality, wondering if there's a difference. I've reasoned with death while taking life for granted. 4 seasons of grief, but still no relief. So I close my eyes so it doesn't hurt so much. Only to smell the rotting corpse of promise, smelling the bloody cheeks of hungered bellies, smelling lonely, where doors are unlocked, where stories go untold, where coconut fills the air, where salsa is blared to drown out the boiled eggs in the air, where echoes of clawing nails go unheard, where prayer becomes a sin while the sinners are praised, where a child has to make a choice, turning frowns upside down, tears of joy. I've seen a lot. I've heard a lot. I've said nothing. Unspoken truths haunts me. The unheard like white noise, the unseen flashes before me daily. I give you little pieces of me, but the river runs deep. Deeper than the ocean, but like 4 seasons, I keep changing. Changed thoughts become spoken words. Through spoken words, actions are taken to change autumn into winter, winter into spring, and spring into summer. We must die before we can truly live, for every season is a transformation of life. That's that one. Thank you. Okay. So I have this chapter in my book that's all about self-love and womanhood. So I got this poem called I Am Woman. How y'all feeling anyway? Y'all all right? Y'all all right? Y'all feeling the poetry? Yeah? All right, cool. Just gotta make sure how y'all feeling. Yeah. Y'all look good out there. Ooh. I am woman. My freedom is happiness. The freedom to choose to live my best life. Choosing the arts of creation, for I am woman. I create life. I've birthed 3 children, but have spoken life into many souls. I am woman. Here I stand, moving the clouds with my sound, moving mountains with the love I bear. I am woman. I have carried the weight of the world on my back while nourishing ungrateful orphans with my bosom.
My tears have washed sins away. My arms have crushed nightmares while creating fantasies. Feet planted rooted memories, creating fresh air to breathe. These hands have cured sickness. I am the sunlight over all versus sunlight through a magnifying glass. I am woman. Feel my greatness. Feel my passion. Feel my joy and my pain. I am woman. I am free. I am freedom. I am love. I am loving. I am woman. I am peace. I am unity. I am creation. Therefore, I create. That's that one. Thank you. Okay, good. Perfect. I timed that out real good, didn't I? all right. So this one, okay, so there was, when I was writing the book, I added this poem and I just needed to talk to myself. What this poem is titled Queen, but a lot of it is I'm talking to myself, but I'm also talking to all the queens out there, and I'm also talking to the king, so I'm not excluding y'all, it's just that I was talking to myself at the time, so bear with me. Queen, your crown lights up midnight skies, rays illuminating through galaxies. Can't you see? You are light. You are more than the sun and moon. Light, nightfall can appreciate. Clinging to you like magnets wrapped around craters of hope, showing off your beauty to the sun. Queen, you are beautiful, so love yourself. Love the skin you're in, all shades of melanin, all shapes, thick or thin, all walks of life. I see life in your eyes. Can't you realize the greatness you possess? I must confess. Some days I don't feel these words I spit. I spit till I believe it. Please believe me. Some days it's a hard pill to swallow. Day after day, a difficult act to follow. Just know you're not alone. Say this with me. Self-love is key and I love me. Say this 3 times in front of the mirror and you will see. You will see the true meaning of beauty. See the glow of God in your face. Glow around your space. It's time to realize the royalty in your DNA. Woo! Today, Queen, you must own this. Take your power back. In fact, remember it's not your fault. None of it is. You can't chase after promises and unspoken truths, or put together pieces with no glue. The main piece to this puzzle is you. Promise yourself to never settle for less than what you're worth. Queen, you are priceless. Self-love is first. Feed your soul first. Be yourself first. You are number one. So if no one told you this, let me be the first. Queen, you are beautiful. You are unique. You are resilient. Your sensitivity and strength. You are love. You are all this and more. You're perfect just the way you are. So never forget your worth. Yeah. Okay, to make sure y'all still awake, I'm gonna do one more poem, but I want a Poetry Matters out of y'all. So when I say poetry, you say matters. Poetry? Matters. Poetry? Matters. All right now, so I am going to do my signature piece. This one is called A Hug. It's also in the book. All of these are in the book, just so y'all know. It's on the table. I need a hug. A real hug, like the kind that makes you melt. I want to feel the buckle of his belt. I want to smell the warmth of his skin, feeling it all around me like sunbeams. I want a hug so sweet, I get a toothache just from the memory. I want a hug so filling that I never have to eat again. I want a hug that'll never end. I want a hug with heights of mountains. I want to feel it deep within, moving my feet beneath me to the depths of the earth's core where my heart beats. I want a hug with all gas and no brakes that sends me flying carelessly. Pure emotion. I want a hug so full of passion it sends impulses of commotion. making me feel brave. Brave enough to say words you don't hear today. Words like please and thank you. Please hold me tight and thank you for never letting go. Frozen in his arms where I belong. His head rests over mine. His hands caress my spine. As he holds on tightly, he's happy to see me. Wrapped around me with pure honesty and understanding. His hug makes me whole again. His hug keeps out the cold, and his hug will heal those wounds of being battered and bruised. In fact, even though I know not of his great embrace, still I wait. I need a hug from my soulmate so our souls can dance and our hearts can sing, and I can take my place back in his ribs, caged in his chest, embedded in his skin, as he and I like tattooed tribal signs. For I was made to be not just in his arms, but inside, all the way deep. I want to be his heartbeat, the only place I feel truly at peace. Beloved, heartbeats like heavenly harps vibrating through my soul. His hug is my home. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Wow, this was so great. So I definitely want to leave y'all with this. I wish you all peace, love, light, and many blessings, right? And of course, poetry. I always chant poetry matters, but when I say poetry matters, I mean you matter. I mean we matter, and I mean our voices matter. So never forget that. I love you all for no reason and every reason on purpose. Thank you, y'all. Peace.
Oh yeah, so over there in the corner, what we do in our community, we give away free education. Whatever I know, you want to know it, I'm going to tell you. So we got a whole bunch of free books over there for you to look through and to see, and go ahead and take them. Go ahead and take them, all right? So we got a couple more people on the open mic, so I guess I'm going to fill some space, right? I think I'm going to do another poem for y'all, fill some space. So, raise your hand if y'all know that Juneteenth was yesterday. Okay. Hope my voice worked. I worked it out yesterday. I was born by a river in a little tent. Oh, like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. My father once told me the day would come to pass when so-called young brothers known to be called vultures, scavengers, like really picking carcasses looking for culture. Closed books perpetuate contagious ignorance that's been passed on like swine and cut free from the Willie Lynch letter. So let's call that incubated breeding. Like the purity of my culture was birthed with the rise of Ivy League colleges, and I'm only American because I was crossbreeded in. As they remodeled my brown skin like clay got my cities aching. The economic struggle suffocate like the new enterprises bottle aerosol, but get exhaling because I can't afford it. You see, our lungs have become restricted, scientifically re-outfitted. Welfare toasters like pollution locked inside of a box, putting large holes in the dream of my youth, making them believe that it's sublime to beat and kill each other like slaves, fighting for the new age auction blocks, because the earning potential is that much more greater and stopping their hunger. So Gentrification 101 says, so-called public assistance is now the greatest find in America's history, solidifying the concrete jungle, so mandingos no longer hunt from high trees. Poison dogs are replaced with glass sticks and crack rocks, so the KKK no longer has to lynch us. You see, heroin has us hanging from our own veins. So call us strange fruit. Harvest by ignorance, because my young brothers can't feel the world at their fingertips. So they massage themselves into believing that their life prosperity can never be as true as Kwame. Unless they inflate their dreams into basketballs and footballs, and their views of riches only measured by fine girls and expensive cars. Because complacent society says that's the only way to become stars. And social media tells them that bullet wounds will make them a general, while Weezy got them stuffing cash in the duffel bags when real hustlers put on suits and stack their money at the NASDAQ, so you can't get mad when they tell you they don't hear nothing about education. Because hip-hop propaganda has led them to believe that their lifespan can't get no better than hood rich. Therefore, they feel it better to be called so hood than to become a Rhodes Scholar and create a path out the hood. Truth be told, if someone told them that cooking crack was actually chemistry and bagging up a wet 150 to make 400 was the foundations of economics, maybe my babies would go to college. Instead of thinking that higher learning was doing a 5 to 10 in the federal pen, see, I don't know, but maybe it's just me, but if T.I. and Jay-Z said having swagger like us actually meant having extreme confidence in oneself, maybe young boys wouldn't take and deposit their self-esteem, then spew their dreams from their loins into young girls trying to validate their manhood. Like having extra notches in your belt and your pants sack and representing your life is all good. But young brothers, I understand. But yet you're standing where I stood. But yet you're drowning where I swam. It's like I'm standing on the banks of Jordan watch you gurgle your last breath. See, I can't push these poems out fast enough to reinflate your chest. So let's call it death by abandonment. A generation of people to treat their children like Jesus and show them no acknowledgement. So neighborhood cross streets now become their crucifix. So let's call them the Passion of the Christ. Because they're dying before they show the world their true potential. So I send these poems up as melodic hymn notes, asking my God to be forgiven. Because the truth is, the reason why they call our children vultures, because they're scavenging on the garbage that we've given them. Because it's been too hard living, and I'm afraid to die. Peace. Keep that energy going. Coming up next to the mic, I don't know who you are, but young lady, Andresia. Yeah, please give it up to her next to the mic. Keep that energy going, keep that energy going.
How y'all doing out there? That's good, that's good. All right, this is my third time reciting the poem. I'm a little bit nervous. It's a big crowd. My name is Andasia Johnson. I'm from the Hartford area. I drove out here just to enjoy you guys today. All right. So this one is called Me and My Papa. I don't really have much of an experience with my physical dad, but my spiritual dad is my everything. So I wrote this dedicated to my relationship with God. Alignment proper. So daddy gives me gifts. Moved in with Papa, and we moving extra swift. Making more waves than tectonic shifts. His holy waves separate toxicities like continental drifts. Sin causing consequential sequences memorized by Jezebel in her sequin dress. Songs of lust with soprano riffs. Bad plutonic relationships will drag you under faster than some tidal rips. Bright star once in line before the ego gripped. Pulled away, weighed down, falling from heaven's bliss. Lost my joy, but God's restoring it. Focus on assignment, don't got time to drift. Blueprints on papyrus, drafting my dreams in ink made from promises. Ships sailing seas, my art don't got no holes in. Needed 2 free hands, so I gave him all my worries. I couldn't work while holding them. Can't go 99, putting my all in this. Paid my tithes, I owe him 10%. 100 or nothing, can't get half. There's beauty and wholeness in his image engraved with holiness. And that's called Me and My Papa.
So we're gonna learn a new chant, right? We're gonna learn a new chant. I told you I got a whole bunch of these, yo. We're gonna do this all night. I got a new chant. So the new chant goes, when I say influence, you say alike, all right? 1, 2, 3. Influence. Alike. Influence. Alike. Next, come up to the stage. Y'all give it up to my man, TBN.
Arts and Ideas Fest. How y'all doing tonight? Y'all doing good? Alright. So my name is TBH, formerly T Hurt. I'm experiencing like a new trend, like my artistry, not a new trend, a new persona in my artistry. So T Hurt was more of a gritty kind of person. TBH is a little more like poetical. So I've been focusing more on creating content, and this is gonna be one of the first times I'm like performing the newer persona. So I'm gonna see how it's gonna be received. This first one's called DIL. It was inspired by a friend of mine I spent a lot of time with back in college. I said, girl, you light and sweet, just like iced coffee. Some little figure with a mind much bigger, you were fierce and you were bossy. Independent, you was flossy. Play hard, but you was a softie. You like caramel and sugar mixed with butter, you like toffee. Making changes Friday morning back in MB was a go. On a mission to make differences, that's why we hit the road. You was juggling a lot, but you always met the goal. I guess you gotta thank the Bronx for Latin fire in your soul. You had drive, you had ambition, you was gonna complete the mission. I know some people got addicted, it's like you wrote the prescription. And you had that go hunger. You was knocking Bryson Tiller, but this isn't just the interlude, I hope you know I feel you. We got pretty close, but I wish that we got closer, so I'm sending you some heat, just like hot dunking in October. We got pretty close, but I wish that we got closer, so I'm sending you some heat, just like hot dunking in October. And I got one more. This one is called Bridgewaters. It was inspired by Ray Dalio's principles. They won't let me forget them from the ghetto. Sometimes enticed by these slim, seductive women in stilettos. I get up in her heart and pull the strings like I'm Geppetto. She still roll the green like cartwheels in the meadow. She said I got a mind like Kendrick and Jay-Z. Don't let the comments gas me, my memory's hazy. Cause my mom put in work, it's never been lazy. Still create forms of income, but tell them to pay me. Solidify my place in the game, I'm not a prop. Execute a full amount to show that I'm on top. 12-6 elbows to the bridge of their nose. I finish with a Dodge choke, that's how I vanquish my foes. So I could bridge waters like I'm Dalio. I have them running from the hills like some cardio. Grab a Modelo, then I chill out in the barrio. Keep taking laps, you cart like Mario. So once again, I was formerly known by T Hurt. I'm actually T Hurt on SoundCloud, so if you search T Hurt in New Haven, that's more of the T Hurt persona, so it's a little bit grittier. I actually have some of that music like on me, so if you want to come see me after, we can talk about it. The TBH material will be available soon. So, thank you.
So I just want to make a quick, just make sure before I bring up our next feature, it's about to tear the stage down. None of the other open micers didn't show up as of yet. I don't see two of them I know. Can you hear? I think that's it. The other ones I know. All right, so we're gonna get right into our next feature, right? So these two features have been real close to me, like my little brother, little sister. They call me from time to time, running poems by me and different stuff like that in the bench, right? So when I start talking about it, like I get goosebumps and stuff because they took onto this game so fast. Like the next young man that I'm about to call up right now, right? He came to an open mic that I run in Bridgeport called Poets Realm, Main Street, downtown Bridgeport, behind the Arcade Mall. And he came down, he sat in the back a little bit, did his thing, then came up, and then he kept coming, and he comes all the way from London. And then he came all the way to Bridgeport to find out about the art. He was originally just a rapper, and then he came to see this thing called spoken word attached to it, and he grew from it. And he grew from it in such an artistic way, it was actually incredible. He went from being just a rapper and a poet to now the poet laureate in London in less than 7 years. He's a powerful young man. He puts on events in London with a young lady named Nina Sunday, and they're powerful. They're always jam-packed. The young get there early, you won't get my little brother, an urban nerd.
Yo, can we give it up for our host, y'all? We've been doing a good job. Can we give it up for our DJ Lux Pro? Came all the way from Maryland to rock with y'all. So, look. How y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling? No, I don't believe y'all. How y'all feel? Look. How y'all feel? How y'all feel? How y'all feel? I ventilate with debt that's 1/8 of a mil. No, for real. You take $1 million, you divide that by 8, you get about 125,000. You divide that by 4 to 5 years, the approximate time to get your degree, you get about 32,000. For real. So how you feel? How you feel? How you feel? I ventilate with debt that's 1/8 of a mil. Not really, but that's really how I feel. Weight up on my chest, telling my pockets to chill. And I the same whispering to treat myself. This isn't really how I see myself. And I fight every day just to be myself. See what helps? I look back and see how far I come. Cause when this black man marathon, the color never run. When this black man marathon, the color never run. I've grown some, at least just enough to keep my heart young and wild, to call your bluff when you ante up with anxiety, thoughts firing. I've learned that I evoke different quotes because I found my happiness when I accepted life was difficult. I found my happiness when I accepted life was difficult. I found my happiness when I accepted life was difficult. I found my happiness. I think I finally found my happiness. I feel that, y'all with me? It's okay to talk, it's okay to make some stretched up faces. I need some energy, I promise I'm gonna give it right back. Feel me, look. I'm sick of the fact I listen to crap, that's just another waste of the track, waste of the wax because it's just whack, and I'm hoping and praying they lungs collapse. People are saying I need to relax before I start spraying and setting them back. When I grab the weapon and I start the repping, there just ain't no holding the microphone back. Damn my pride, not even a scratch. How can I summon up, then I match? No taking my pride, not even a scratch. How can I summon up, damn my pride, not even a scratch. How can I summon up, then I match? No taking my pride, not even a scratch. Look, summon up the strength. You thinking that your shit don't stink. You just assume I'm new to this. You thinking that my flow ain't dank. You think you too legit to quit, minus the parachute pants. Thinking that this is your chance, off me off at the net. All due disrespect. Way before I was set, way before I was next. I was catching blows to my chest, waiting for my time to flex a couple features, couple checks. No, I'm never missing reps. Sleeping on me, melatonin, Molotov. I set them up to knock them off. Chill long enough, you call my bluff, and now the pieces knocking, popping off. Pride sucking those unbreakable. If you ain't know the head is way too swole. Always the wonder girls that hold me sons, but the tongue is capable. Fellatio flow, this that fuck staying on the low. This that I hope you hate me so. You can't just motivate my soul. No damn my pride, not even a scratch. How can I summon up then at the match? No damn my pride, not even a scratch. How can I summon up? Bounce, damn my pride, not even a scratch. How can I summon up then at the match? No damn my pride, not even a scratch. Give me some energy, y'all. You know messed up, reintroduce you to the young buck. Big vampires couldn't suck less. Never really cared for the success. There's only 3 people rocking the crowd. Then I know when I flow, they'll hold it down. I could either make your head rock or just make it roll. Look too deep in my eyes and see my soul. All one, never done, the words tripping on off 10. I'm still tipping in communion. Let me not play with y'all fools. Mama told me never play with my fool. So I'm trying to keep it cool, but you just keep trying me. Tell you I rap, but you just keep denying me. Now you wanna work, but you keep ducking me. You don't fuck with me till you fuck with me. Father, big ass inmate has been aspirin. So dudes came through fashion. With a big dick energy, big picture, put you on synergy. The more you mentalize, you hypnotize. I know you don't know, you can paralyze. I'm in the guy, and the quiet guy. This dude, thinking he hot shit now, this true. How much you can't turn down, this dude. Thinking he hot shit now, this true. How much you can't turn down, this dude. Thinking he hot shit now, pound for pound. Thinking that I won't go around, any rapper around. Keep playing me down, think my motivation, suffer expectations. Ever heard me fast, I got you waiting, anticipating. Listen the way in. If you thinking I was slow off the bird, thinking fuck what you heard, swerve off the curb. If you didn't know already, it's an urban nerd. Didn't know already, it's an urban nerd. Like Tribe Quest or y'all not listening. No tear in my pride, not even a scratch. How can I summon them better than that? Tear in my pride, not even a scratch. How can I summon them? Tear in my pride, not even a scratch. How can I summon them better than that? No tear in my pride, not even a scratch. How can I summon them? Tear in my pride, not even a scratch. How can I summon them better than match? No tear in my pride, not even a scratch. How can I summon them? Summoned up dead in my pride, not even a scratch. How can I summon up dead on a match? Repairing my pride, not even a scratch. Good evening. As you may or may not have heard, my name is Josh. I go by AnUrbanNerd, all one word. Like a pimp named Slickback or a Tribe Called Quest. Gotcha. I am an engineering instructor at New London High School. I am also your New London poet laureate. So I appreciate you guys coming. I appreciate the invite to share some words. You are not on a Zoom call. I can see you. You can respond. Good Lord, I'm receiving Zoom calls. For y'all not to say nothing bad. Are we outside? Are we outside? Thank God. Help me out. Big shout out to Culture AF, Culture Studios. On behalf of Nina and my family over here. Can we give it up for my DJ coming all the way from Maryland? DJ Let's Go. Y'all ready? Hands up, just punch your face up. I swear you won't mess me up. Look. Want to sing forever, but you heard it all before. Never want from metaphors, if it's hard as a core. Heart has grown callous, though acting nonchalant, somehow I'm still losing my balance. Whether I am around it, guessing that I'm astounded. A part of the fascination, sorry to keep you waiting. Don't stop aspirations, you need the best of me. To the very last breath of me, I'm loading my microphone and fast for my destiny. Predictable line, it's the right time. And if you was digging my brain or reading my mind, will be at the time. You all to fall up in line, hoping to eclipse the game when the planet's aligned. Yeah, one machine, year ago he was mine. I'm looking at him shaking up like a Mary J. stuck in mine. Mind your damn business, I'm showing up on the mind. You could be a critic, I'm getting better in time. To die, keep the real for Big Dad for real. To die, keep the real for Big Dad for real. Y'all gonna have to help me. I'm gonna teach y'all this rhythm. Yeah, we on to 12. I keep the real for Big Dad for real. Sit down, keep the real for Big Dad for real. Sit down, keep the real for Big Dad for real. I'm gonna teach y'all it right here. I said I keep that for real, for Big Dad for real. Said I keep that for real, for Big Dad for real. Said I keep that for real, for Big Dad for real. Looking at you, one more time. I keep that for real, for Big Dad for real. Said I keep that for real, for Big Dad for real. Said I keep that for real, for Big Dad for real. Looking at you, we don't believe you. You need more people. Just cause you listen to classics, don't make you regal. Even with the rewards card, it ain't adding up the type of stuff that make calm folks wanna end me up. So what's up? I'm never slowing my vision. The way that I'm spitting, I'm making decisions inside the eardrum. The type of flow that let me float like Mario playing boat. Got me doing the most of getting close. Hold up, here it comes. Overflowing my microphone, running over any punk MC who think they're getting closer. The microfiber to my skill. Let's keep it real. I'm foolproof, while your fools is choking on a chocolate bill. Let me know if it's deal or no deal. I keep the for real for all the fake cats for real. I keep the for real for all the fake cats for real. Looking at your ass, it ain't hard to deal. Sit down. Keep the for real for fake cats for real. Sit down. Keep the for real for fake cats for real. Y'all ready this time? Y'all ready? If I come by, hold up. Keep the for real for fake cats for real. Sit down. Keep the for real for fake cats for fake. Keep the for real for fake cats for real. Looking at you. Hold up. Said I keep that for real. Said I keep that for real. Said I keep that for real. Looking at you, said it ain't hard to tell. Said I keep that for real. Give it up to the right side, to the left side is not listening. I know my people in the back is holding it down. What we gotta do, Lex? What we gotta do to get them? What we gotta do to get them activated? You know what I mean? I'm not sweating. I'm not working hard enough. That's what y'all saying. Am I not working hard enough? Beg. You said, nah, another one. How y'all feeling? Y'all enjoying the show so far? All right. I see y'all. We don't keep it rolling because my man over here with the beard said I ain't working hard enough. Oh, I think y'all might like this one. I feel like y'all gonna rock into the we'll see. Look. She told me that she liked me just a little bit. I told her that I like her more than I would like to admit. Yeah, and all his family all in the grip. Got us chilling in the back of the whip. Now nothing sexually, loving the energy. But once she getting the green, and obviously was speed by any means. Not trying to break the foundation, but shorty is thicker than foundation on old ladies, way past their 80s. I know the jokes I'm making me driving you crazy, but it's really nothing just to keep you smiling. You can come and kick it like monks straight out of Shaolin. Brown skin mama, always the voice of drama. You know it's hard to do, you stick around it like diorama. She family talking, Futurama in the background. Big side steppy, but you know I never back down. I never back down, say I never back down. Main side steppy, but you know I never, y'all can say back down. Say I never back down, main side stepping, but you know I never back down. Try to catch me in the love lockdown. Main side stepping, but you know I never back down. I never back down, say I never back down. Main side stepping, but you know I never back down.
I want to know who motherfucking representing in here tonight.
My DJ messing up, hold on. Y'all know this? Y'all rocking with this? Turn it up. She told me that she liked me just a little bit. She told me that I like her more than I would like to admit. Yeah, and all the family are in the group. Got her chilling in the back of the grill. Now ain't it funny how I'm feeling looking up on you. Now ain't it funny how I'm feeling looking. Hold up. Got it. If she ready, I got it. Look. She told me that she liked me just a little bit. I told her that I like her more than I would like to admit. Yeah, and we've been talking for a minute. Start to get the crazy feelings for a minute. Yo, this short because she miss me too. I gotta laugh cause that's the kind of shit that I would do. Now ain't it funny how she's gonna rub them up on you. Now ain't it funny how she's gonna rub them. Hold up, look. I love her awkward style. I still be tough for hours. I know what she cuts now. Yeah, that's how we stress. We have the kitchen net. And I was trying not to scheme with yourself on my neck. But see, I fall back. Damn, why you do her like that? It was unconscious. My decisions we got, but never ghost you. May have got too close to my heart. And the tissue that's far, I stay on guard. But never back down. Think I never back. Main side stepping, but you know I never back down. Think I never back. Main side stepping, but you know I never, yeah. Back down, think I never back down. Main side stepping, but you know I never back down. Think I never back. Main side stepping, but you know I never. Give me. Hey, y'all can get up and dance. I see you dancing in your chair. Now check in the business right now. Look. Y'all can rock, say, I never back down, say I never back down. Main side stepping, but you know I never back down. Say I never back down. Main side stepping, but you know I never. She told me that she liked me just a little bit. I told her that I like it more than I would like to admit. Damn, and we ain't talked in a minute. It's crazy how things seem so different. Y'all fall right here. This y'all breakdown right here. This ain't for me. This for all the people right here. Go ahead. Watch the breakdown. Watch. Get up. Come on, man. Get up. Watch. Get it. Get it. I never back down, think I never back. Main side stepping, but you know I never back down, think I never back. Main side stepping, but you know I never back down, think I never back. Main side stepping, but you know I never back down, think I never back down. Main side stepping, but you know I never. Yeah. Oh, y'all rocking with that though. Y'all rocking with that. This gotta be the most kid dancers I've seen in a long time. I know, look, I ain't gonna point nobody out. Because I'm not like that. Because I'll be rude to be pointing people out who's killing it. But I understand you might have been out in a while. You don't want to be the first person to jump up. Some people might have been the first person when the song came on. That's all right. Y'all giving me energy from the chairs, I appreciate it. Look. Y'all good for one more? Y'all good for one more? Because someone over here said they needed baby steps to get into the vibe, so you know. Let's get it. You rocking with me. I appreciate your energy. for everybody that outgrew a situation, came back to the situation and said, I ain't going back. I ain't going back. I ain't going back. Mighty, oh, baby, from a time ago. Outcast for this outro. Unless you don't want to smoke, you don't want to say dope, you just want the sickness, yeah. I ain't smoking black, thoughts turning wicked, yeah. I ain't going bad, I ain't gal with it, I ain't going there. I still make no bitches on you don't want the sad dope, you just want the sickness, yeah. I ain't smoking black, thoughts turning wicked, yeah. I ain't going bad, I ain't gal with it, I ain't going there. I still make no bitches on I ain't going bad, I still want the sickness, I still want the bad. I ain't going bad. I said, we gon' get you. I ain't going. Yo, hit the cancer stick, take a hit of this. I ain't starting quick, spitting lower pitch. Take a load of this, loaded with the pick. Strumming on my string of thoughts, you gotta quit. Strumming on my string of thoughts, yeah, you gotta quit. I've been making moves way back, had to find my way back. Back when I rocked that wave cap, half of y'all wouldn't give me that. Matter of fact, was whack, happily set the trap. Happily serve the answers, question if I'm black, question if I'm real, question if I'm back. Kid from Williams Hill, easy know the deal. Free to do what you feel, I do what I please. I can play the field, I'm inside burning things. Minimum counter brain, oh here comes the pain. Physically not the same, mentally know your dream of working. Hard work be talent, when talent's never hard working. I finally found my purpose, I had to put the work in. Hard work be talent, when talent's never hard working. I finally found my purpose, said I ain't going back. Nah, said I ain't going back. Nah, was this move away? I ain't going back. Nah, said I ain't going. Hit the cancer shit, take a hit of this. I ain't stopping this, didn't know what hit. Take a load of this, load with the pick. Strumming on my string of thoughts, you gotta quit. Strumming on my string of thoughts, yeah, you gotta quit. I'm doing this way back, had to find my way back. That's when I rocked that wave cap. Happy y'all wouldn't give me that. Matter of fact was whack, happily set the track. Happily served the answers, question if I'm black, question if I'm real, question if I'm back. Give a Williams Hill, if you know the deal. Speak to what you feel, I do what I please. I can play the field, I'm inside burning things. Finally count the rain, oh here come the pain. Physically not the same, physically know the dream. Bounce, come on, 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 bounce, come on. Say, I've been doing this way back, had to find my way back. That's when I rocked that wave cap. After y'all wouldn't give me that. Matter of fact was right, happily set the track. Happily serve the answers, question if I'm black, question if I'm real, question if I'm that. Kid from Williams Hill, easy know the deal. Speak to what you feel, I do what I please. I will play the field, I'm inside burning things. Finna count the ring, oh here come the pain. I've been doing this way back, had to find my way back. That's when I rocked that wave cap. Half of y'all wouldn't give me that. Matter of fact was that, definitely set the track. Happily set the answers, question if I'm black, question if I'm real, 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 question if I'm black. I think you know the deal. Sweating up for my people in the back and up front. Look, what's my name now? Who remembers? Hey, got you. Josh, cool, we got them both back. My name is Josh, I go by AnUrbanNerd, all one word, like a Tribe Called Quest or them names Slickback. They're my people right there. Look, you can follow me on Instagram, AnUrbanNerd. You can go to my website, AnUrbanNerd.com. Look, I have music and merch to the side. I appreciate the invite. I'm all about being a conduit for love, so I hope that you guys don't hide your gift, because your gift is not your own. And there's a bunch of writers in this room, but I'm not going to point no one out, because I'm not rude like that. A lot of writers and creatives in the room. Give your gift back, because it's not your own. Peace, I appreciate it.
say art, y'all say ideas. Art! Ideas! Art! Ideas! I want to thank y'all very much for coming out and supporting this community event. It's very important for people to have their voice and to put their words out into an open space, and everybody as a collective hear each other and understand each other as one. So with that being said, this wouldn't be possible without one of the Arts and Ideas hardest workers. Please give it up for Ms. Denise.
Thank you all for coming out. This was fantastic. Let's give it up for all the people who stood up here for the first time or maybe the second time for the open micers. And let's give it up for Trudy, who poetry matters. And Chuck and AnUrbanNerd, all one word. Yeah. And Flora, MC of the evening. Influence. This man is incredible. You know it. He's been a slam champion many times. Check them all out. Thank you for coming. Have a great evening.
Picture me growing freely, no ceiling, no